affordable, convenient. Doctor's Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital. Always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Ort Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Ort Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is For the Record.
For the Record. 1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Ort Connor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Monday, the last day of September 30th, 2024, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on our roads, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Remember, the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you a happy birthday, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, a belated happy birthday to you as well. And to remind you that, For the Record, birthday shoutouts brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shoutouts. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Those of you who have lost loved ones, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. And I want to especially mention the family of the late Mr. Kent Eldermeyer, who passed away last week, and the family of Mr. Morgan DaCosta, who passed away suddenly yesterday as well. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to all of you, all of the families out there who have lost loved ones, and we hope and we trust that their memories will be a blessing to you as well. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we wish you a speedy recovery. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Ort Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, our phone lines are open. None other than that beautiful radio voice of Miss Susan Watson waiting to take your calls. You can call us on our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow. That toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and 949-6990. WhatsApp us, 925-3261. You can also call us on that number. We can only accommodate one caller at a time on that number. You can follow us on YouTube. You do that by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. We're also on Facebook as well. So first thing we want to do this morning is take this opportunity to share with you a bulletin that was put out by the Cayman Islands government yesterday, the 29th of September. Residents urged to stay prepared ahead of possible storm. And it reads, the Cayman Islands National Weather Service and Hazard Management Cayman Islands are urging residents to remain vigilant as the system continues to be monitored for further development, potentially near the Cayman Islands. A broad area of low pressure could develop near the Cayman Islands later this week. The system currently has a 0% chance of developing within the next 2 days and 70% chance within 7 days. A tropical depression could develop near the Cayman Islands later this week. So, folks, it goes on to say that at this stage, there is a lot of uncertainty relating to the exact location and the general strengthening of this system. These factors will determine what impacts would be experienced by the Cayman Islands. While noting its similarities to the genesis of Hurricane Helene, it is important to note that some environmental factors are different, and these affect the general forecast of the system. As of 4 p.m., September the 29th, models are indicating up to 4 inches of rain between October 2nd and 3rd. With the ground already saturated from Helene and tides expected to be elevated this week, this poses some concerns in terms of potential flooding with this system. There is the potential for strong winds across the Cayman Islands. This would result in rough seas, especially in and around showers. A small craft advisory is in effect for Wednesday and Thursday, October 2nd and 3rd. In preparation for what may be ahead, residents are advised to check their hurricane preparedness kits and secure their homes, particularly against flooding in low-lying areas. Additionally, in the eventuality of strong winds, homeowners and tenants are encouraged to make the necessary arrangements to secure dwellings and property. Residents are reminded to stay tuned to official updates from the National Weather Service, Hazard Management Cayman Islands, and Radio Cayman for the latest information as this weather system develops. Be prepared, stay safe, and stay informed. So, folks, we have been through the drill already. We know that this is the busy part of the hurricane season. We went through the drill last week, so you know exactly what you have to do now. Be vigilant, be prepared, stay tuned. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
A significant development, or lack thereof, in the Cayman Islands' histories is the absence of archaeological evidence of Amerindian settlements. Archaeologists' search started from the 1920s when Mr. Jess Fuchs came to the islands until 1994 when archaeologist William Keegan explored the shores and caves around Grand Cayman. However, this did not prove productive as no evidence of previous human occupation was found. The Amerindians of the Caribbean have been long known to have excellent maritime skills, traveled long distances, settling in Jamaica, Cuba, and the Isle of Pines, but there has been no proof of settlement in the Cayman Islands. It is almost incomprehensible that these proficient mariners would have simply missed the existence of these islands. A more believable prospect is that the islands did not have much to offer the previous visitors given the absence of fresh water, edible foliage, not to mention the abundance of crocodile guardians that were present here.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Tortuga's annual Drinks Festival is back from the 9th to the 13th of October for an incredible week of events, including its signature evening experience at the Westin on Saturday the 12th of October. Tickets are on sale now at tortuga.ky.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio yet, but we will have guests later on in the studio talking about the International Day of Older Persons and talking about all of the events that will be taking place as well during that period. The conversation will be taking place with the social work manager, Ms. Cassandra Ferron, Mr. Herbert Crawford, who's a member of the Council of Older Persons. He represents the District of Bordentown. Also will be in the studio with us, the Director of Children and Family Services, Ms. Paulinda Mendoza Williams, and also the Deputy Director, Mr. Rael Roberts. That will be after the 8 o'clock news this morning. Meanwhile, we still have a few birthday shout-outs to do, and to remind you that the birthday shout-outs brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shout-outs. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. We see that Gianna Rob McLaughlin celebrating her 13th birthday today, and birthday greetings are coming from your mom, your dad, and your brother Akeem. So Gianna Rob McLaughlin, 13 years old today. Birthday greetings coming from mom, dad, and your brother Akeem as well. Let's look at some of the other birthdays that are taking place. We have some for tomorrow. Chris Scott celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Naughty Virtue celebrating a birthday. Is that a entertainer's name, or Naughty Virtue? That's a reggae singer, I'm told. Mr. Ray Banker, our own Mr. Ray Banker, celebrating his birthday tomorrow, as well as Mr. Randolph Smith celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Do we have any more? I think that is all that we have for those dates. If you know someone who's celebrating a birthday, please send that information to us, or WhatsApp number 925-3261. If we're unable to do it when we have guests in the studio, once we have an open line afterwards, we will share those birthday shout-outs as well. And if there's any other momentous occasion that you may want to share, we would be more than happy to oblige as well. So remember, we had Miss Theoline, Miss Tit's birthday was on Saturday as well. Lord Graham put out some photographs there with him celebrating with her as well. What a tremendous woman she is, Miss Theoline Wellington, Seymour Wellington. Miss Tit Akela, for those scouts who knew her as well. So I shared with you the weather report. Those of you who may be interested, you may want to take a look at the today's Caymanian Compass, and talking about sewage systems in the Cayman Islands. There are two articles in there. One speaks about the subpar sewage systems and the lessons learned from Florida. And the other one talks about the fact that the majority of private sewer systems are below par in the Cayman Islands. And those private sewer systems would be mainly those in residential areas, in complexes that are required to have their own sewer system. Now, that is something that we seriously need to look at in the Cayman Islands as well. Yes, the 7 Mile Beach area, I believe they have certain areas have sewer systems, but the majority of the Cayman Islands does not have any type of sewer system. So we're still using what we call cesspools. They have to be pumped out on a regular basis as well. And of course, if you're living in flooding areas that are prone to flooding, then it is always that possibility that those systems may overflow. And then that waste then gets mixed, raising the possibilities of disease as well as contamination. So it is something that seriously needs to be looked into. We continue to develop and to develop. We continue to build so near to our road system that when a decision is finally made to introduce a sewer system in the Cayman Islands, it's going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be extremely costly as well, but the cost would be minuscule when compared to the cost of doing absolutely nothing. I remember after this past system that we had, which became Helene afterwards, I saw several sewer trucks on the roads, meaning that they were going to areas to pump out sewage. That simply is not enough, so it is something that needs to be looked at seriously. These articles talk about the impact on our environment and the substrate and affecting our marine environment as well. We know, for instance, that the Hogstye Bay area at one point in time, there was a issue with sewage seeping into the water there as well. I believe that has since been properly addressed, but we seriously have to look into the situation. If we continue to grow our population the way that we are going at this point in time, we see already that our road systems are being overwhelmed. We see that our schools are being overwhelmed. As a result of that, more and more private schools are coming online, and they are not cheap. They are not cheap at all. When you hear about preschool and $1,500 a month for daycare, it isn't cheap at all. And if we continue to increase the population of the Cayman Islands, the type of infrastructure that we have will not be able to sustain it. Not to mention the impact that people feel that is having on our culture, our way of life, and our mere existence, as Caymanians, as well. So it is something that needs to be seriously addressed, and we hope that every potential candidate or every candidate in the next year's election has that as the top of their on the top of their list as to what they plan on doing for the Cayman Islands. With that, folks, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. When we return, we will be talking about Older Person Month. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
West Bay, are you ready?
The new look Foster's Republics is now open.
With a spacious new deli, a cheese lover's fromagerie, a hot new bakery, a coffee and juice bar, and the ultimate made-to-order breakfast, burgers, pizzas, sandwiches, and Asian stations.
Our fresh produce and meat selections have grown and are serving only the best.
And you're going to want to stop and smell the roses in our gorgeous new floral department, where something blooms every day. Discover the new Foster's Republics in West Bay. Bigger and better because we care.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. When it rains, it pours. Cayman is looking at several more soggy days on the heels of Tropical Storm Helene's passage last week.
The National Hurricane Center is monitoring an area over the Western Caribbean that has a 50% chance for further development over the next 7 days. There still remains some uncertainty as it relates to the exact location and general strengthening of the system. While the area and potential motion of the system resembles that of Helene, the current environmental conditions are different.
National Weather Service forecaster Gilbert Miller tells Radio Cayman the current model suggests up to 4 inches of rain for Grand Cayman across Tuesday and Thursday, and about 2 inches in the sister islands.
Tides are forecasted to be elevated as well, and with the ground still saturated from the last rain event, flooding is a possibility with this system. As such, a flood advisory is in effect for the Cayman Islands for October 2nd and 3rd.
As for winds, here's Chief Meteorologist Kerry Powery.
As the storm develops towards midweek, perhaps you see an increase in winds, right? So a small craft advisory will be in place as the seas will pick up according to the wind speed. So that will be in place on Wednesday and Thursday.
You can expect isolated showers from tonight as excess moisture lingers over the Western Caribbean. In preparation for what may be headed Cayman's way, residents are advised to check their hurricane preparedness kits and secure their homes. Government is looking for a $150 million loan on its Bonfire Hub procurement side. Government has issued an RFP to prospective proponents to submit a proposal for the provision of CI $150 million. That's approximately $183 million USD. Supporting documents show government's objective is to secure a 15-year amortized loan facility with interest and principal paid monthly in equal installments. The proposal is for 2 tranches of drawdown, the first for $23 million on signing of the agreement, but no later than November 25th, with the remaining $127 million to be withdrawn within 3 months of executing the agreement or upon 1 month's written notice of drawdown. The deadline to apply is October 18th. Radio Cayman has reached out to government to find out what the funds are expected to be used for. The first of 3 new community centers in Cayman Brac has opened. Acting Chief Officer in the Ministry of District Administration, Wilbur Welcome.
This is the first, and I will go on the record and say not the last, of the community centers will be opening here in Cayman Brac. So for those of you in the Sport Bay area, hint, hint, coming soon to you. Government-owned community center, and it is a culmination of many years of hard work and dedication and collaboration. Our Premier's vision for fostering continued development and access to facilities and services for our islands is to be applauded.
The first was opened in the Creek area, with the Spotway Center expected next month. There's also one planned to service the residents of Cotton Tree Bay. Now with the check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller.
With the BBC News, I'm Roisin Hasty. Hezbollah's deputy leader Naim Qassem, in a defiant speech, has insisted that the group is ready if Israel decides to invade Lebanon. He said that all fallen leaders would soon be replaced and Hezbollah would continue its battle against Israel. Hamas says the leader of its operations in Lebanon has been killed in an Israeli airstrike. Another group, the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, said 3 of its leaders were killed in an attack on an apartment block near central Beirut. In Paris, the trial is getting underway of France's most prominent far-right politician, Marine Le Pen, who's accused of misusing European parliamentary funds. Her party, the National Rally, and 26 other people also face charges. The party denies any wrongdoing. A police chief in South Korea has been jailed for 3 years for failing to prevent a deadly crush that killed 159 people. Most of them were young people celebrating the first Halloween following the lifting of pandemic restrictions. Supporters of Austria's far-right Freedom Party are celebrating after it scored a historic first place in Sunday's elections. Its leader, Herbert Kickl, says he'll set about turning its 29% vote share into a political reality. Officials in Nepal say the number of people killed by landslides and floods in recent days has reached 200. More than 20 others are still missing. The Sudanese army has rejected an accusation by the United Arab Emirates that its forces had bombed the residence of the UAE ambassador in Khartoum. It blamed its rival, the Rapid Support Forces, for what it called shameful and cowardly acts. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Marketers, creatives, and visionaries, are you ready to be inspired? Join SIMPA's 11th annual marketing conference, The Connect Experience, under the theme Icons and Innovators, October 11th and 12th at Hotel Indigo. Discover the latest trends in marketing innovation, sharpen your skills in hands-on workshops, and connect with industry leaders who are changing the game. Plus, celebrate the best of Cayman's marketing and creative professionals at SIMPA's Awards Gala, honoring the icons and innovators in the field. Don't miss out. Secure your tickets online at simpa.ky/events.
I am in the studio with Darrell Dakers, owner of Health for Today. Many will remember him as Cayman's native son, a name given to Darrell during his extensive musical career. So Darrell, tell us about the exciting news that we're hearing about Health for Today.
I'm also a health counselor, and Health for Today is not just another supplement, skincare, and nutritional company. We offer some of the finest supplements and skincare products in the world. And by the way, we don't just sell vitamins, we sell vitamins and minerals together to obtain success in your health. Vitamins by themselves is like baking a cake, putting in salt and no sugar. We also support you with a new lifestyle change. And some of our supplements are researched throughout the world more than any other supplements. Our joy is helping people.
Wow, this sounds very exciting, Darrell. How do we contact you?
Contact 928-1503 or visit Health for Today, and that is healthfortoday@.ky. HEALTHFORTODAY.ky.
Have you heard? The Ministry of Tourism and Ports has launched the Visitors Experience Development Grant Program. This program is for Caymanians looking to provide a new product or service to visitors of the Cayman Islands. Successful applicants may receive up to CI $50,000 in funding to be used for business-related expenditures. To find out more information and to apply, you can visit www.ourcayman.ky/VEDGP. That's ourcayman.ky/VEDGP.
Radio Cayman News.
Well, many residents waking up to loud rain and thunder.
Thunderous sounds accompanying the downpour that you hear behind me.
The visibility was so poor, the rain was so heavy, the wind was so strong.
We're still seeing quite a bit of standing water in a number of areas.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 83 degrees. Relative humidity is 86%. The barometric pressure is 29.93 inches and rising. The wind is east at 6 knots. Overnight low temperature was 81 degrees. Synopsis indicate isolated showers expected from tonight as moisture lingers over the western Caribbean as a tropical wave currently over Cayman moves further west. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area drifting towards the northwest. The National Hurricane Center has also marked an area over the northwest Caribbean with a 50% chance of development over the next 7 days. The Cayman Islands National Weather Service will continue to monitor this area for any development. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 40% chance of showers and thunder. Temperatures will be in the low 90s today with a heat index near 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Your winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Tonight, cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and thunder, and showers will be locally heavy at times, and temperatures dipping to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. High tide will occur in just a few minutes at 8:17, low tide this afternoon at 2:19, and a high tide again tonight at 8:17. The sun will set this evening at 6:13 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:17. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Tuesday evening. A further increase in cloudiness and showers along with fresh southeasterly winds and rough seas are expected over the Cayman area from Wednesday morning, as an area of low pressure is expected to form over the Western Caribbean. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
We were set to battle, and your Aunt Angie was leading the pack when...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with car damage?
Oh, right. Well, long story long. I took down the assassins and wound up inventing a new form of mixed martial arts. I became an international champion until one sore loser karate kicked my car. But I was covered with CG.
Covered for malicious damage and more. CG Brit-K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Brit-K, where people come first.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
The Praise Ministry Award Show, Cayman Islands edition, will take place on Saturday, November 2nd at the All Nation Ballroom, 23A Woodlake Drive, Georgetown. Red carpet at 6 p.m. Start time 6:30 p.m. Early bird tickets $35 until September 30th. $40 pre-sold and $45 at the door. Get your tickets from Famous Restaurant or call 322-3183. The Praise Ministry Award Show, Cayman Islands edition, Saturday, November 2nd.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Good morning again. Let's take a look this time at traffic. Coming from the east, expect some delays. Traffic is steady on Shamrock Road. As you approach the Linford Pearson Highway, a little heavier traffic. Coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, steady traffic, and also on Huldah Avenue. Off the Estella Tibbetts Highway, steady but flowing traffic, and continuing on to North Sound Road in both directions. Heading towards the Industrial Park area, traffic is flowing moderately, and no issues on Owen Roberts Drive as traffic is light, and moderate flow of traffic on Edward Street and Shedden Road. As we turn our eyes to Godfrey Dixon Way and Eastern Avenue, flowing at a good pace in both directions. Now, if you've seen any accidents or incidents, please give us a call here at Radio Cayman 949-6990. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
The rich flavors of Italy just arrived at Subway. Say ciao to the Italianos. Our 3 new Subway series recipes, carefully crafted with an Italian flair. Try the Hot Shot Italiano for an enticing and zesty touch. The tastier than ever Ultimate BMT, generously stuffed with a mix of ham, pepperoni, and salami. Or go all in with the creamy chicken bacon Alfredo. New Subway series Italianos. Chef-crafted greatness in every bite. Elevate your game only at Subway. Delizioso.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
Let's come together to build a more dementia-friendly Cayman Islands. Dementia affects many in our community, and small acts of kindness can make a big difference. Here's how you can help. Be patient and understanding. Offer support with a warm smile and a gentle approach. Learn the signs. Recognize symptoms like memory loss or confusion and respond with empathy. Make spaces accessible. Ensure businesses and public areas are easy to navigate and safe for those with dementia. Get involved by becoming a dementia friend. Together we can make our islands a more inclusive and supportive place for everyone. For more information, please call the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association at 924-4170 or 936-1655.
With Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. As I promised, we would have guests in the studio, of course. Today is International Day of Older Persons. The International Day of Older Persons observed annually on October the 1st to recognize the contributions of older individuals and also to highlight issues affecting them. This day promotes awareness about the importance of ensuring that people can grow old with dignity and purpose. And here in the Cayman Islands, we're not only going to be celebrating the International Day of Older Persons, but it will be celebrating the entire month of October. And to discuss not only today's event and what it represents, but also what will be going on during the month of October. We have Miss Cassandra Farron. Sorry, lost for words there. And she is the social work manager. We also have Mr. Herbert Crawford, who is a member of the Council of Older Persons, and he represents the District of Bordentown. And we have the Director of Children and Family Services, Ms. Paulinda Mendoza Williams, who at one point in time was no stranger to For the Record, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. So, folks, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, and I'm going to pass the mic right over to you, Ms. Paulinda.
Thank you again, and good morning to the listening public. Always a pleasure to be on For the Record with you, Mr. For the Record. I love hearing Dr. McPhee say that. So as you indicated, we are getting ready to launch Older Persons Month, which is always celebrated in the month of October, and we are right on the cusp. Tomorrow is October the 1st. Mm-hmm. But whilst we celebrate in October, just to, remind the public that the Department of Children and Family Services, on an annual basis, every day, we serve our older persons. We partner with both private and public entities in creating programs, activities, information sessions to ensure that our seniors are well informed, but also that they are contributing and living active lives. And this year, our theme is aging out loud, and I love it. Yes. I truly love it, because I hope that when I get to the wonderful age of some of our seniors, that I'm still able to age out loud. And really and truly, the concept is to encourage our seniors to continue to be active, be vibrant, live fulfilling lives, because, life doesn't stop at a particular age, despite maybe, some physical challenges or whatever, you've stopped working, but life continues, and we have to ensure that you be a part of the community, that as seniors, you're able to contribute, we're to hear your voice, we're to see you and to be able to support you in whatever environment or area you choose to be involved in the community. So it's just encouraging our older persons to not become invisible, not to withdraw. We're here to support and to create opportunities, activities and programs that you become involved. And again, we always encourage our partners and stakeholders, particularly the private sector as well, because it's not only government that is supposed to be developing these programs and establishing them, but also our private sector partners or nonprofit organizations to certainly partner with us or do things on your own to encourage our seniors to be active, to create spaces for them to be welcome. And also just remember that they're the building blocks of our Cayman community. So this year, 2024, as I said, our theme is Aging Out Loud, and I'm sure that Cassandra and Mr. Crawford will speak more to that. Age out loud. Sorry, I keep saying aging out loud. Age out loud. Age out loud. Same difference. But yes, so as usual, we have a month packed of activities, lots of different types of events. Of course, we will be having our signature event, which is our Older Persons Gala. Again, we'll speak more to that when that is taking place and instructions as to how people can attend the Older Persons Gala. So at this time, I will turn it over to Cassandra.
Yes, Ms. Cassandra.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having us. Older Persons Month, as a director informed, has been celebrated since 1995. DCFS is responsible for commemorating Older Persons Month in the Cayman Islands. And yes, tomorrow is International Day of Older Persons. It's a United Nations Day. But we have been celebrating, or we've designated the entire month to bring an awareness to older persons. So our objectives for the month, and these have been our objectives for quite some time now with Older Persons Month, which is to recognize the lives of older persons as vital members of society and continue to recognize the significant contributions that older persons still make to our communities, and bring an awareness of the needs and issues that affect older persons and their daily lives. And then also to continue to support the welfare of older persons in our community. And as the director rightly said, we continue to do this on a daily basis at DCFS, working with the social workers who provide services to older persons, as well as community development officers who provide community programming for older persons as well. So with this, we're very happy to partner with other government departments, charitable organizations, and organizations that provide services to older persons to bring this calendar of events and activities to older persons. The theme this year, Age Out Loud, signifies aging with confidence and aging boldly, and letting persons know that aging does not make you irrelevant. So with that, we're looking to redefine the thoughts of aging and try to move away from that attitude of ageism. And ageism is the discrimination of an older person because of age. Mm-hmm. And at DCFS, we have seen that attitude of ageism can lead to neglect and abuse of older persons. So this is definitely something that we need to bring an awareness of, and we're happy to bring an awareness of through this theme, Age Out Loud.
It's contagious, right? I think
aging as well.
Yes.
So we're looking then to challenge everyone, challenge the public, challenge older persons themselves to about these views of ageism, to get rid of these views of ageism and appreciate being older and appreciate older persons more. The United Nations Day is all about bringing an awareness of the aging population. The population of the world is aging, and on the United Nations website, they estimate that by 2050, 17% of the world's population will be older persons. Mm-hmm. And here as well, in August, the Council of Older Persons had a forum on aging, and we learned at that time that the largest growing segment of our population is those 50 years and older. So, with another 10 to 15 years, we're going to be having a significant increase of older persons in our country as well. So it's really time now for people to pay more attention to the needs and issues of older persons and try to be able to address those. So within the month, we'll be talking a little bit more about some of these needs. And then also Mr. Crawford is here from the Council of Older Persons to be able to highlight some of those as well.
Okay. We have about 2.5 minutes before we go to a commercial break. So rather than having to interrupt Mr. Crawford, one of our listeners wanted to know, they observed that in 2023 that older persons ambassadors had been selected, whether or not this same thing applies for 2024 as well, and who are they?
Sure. I was going to get to that.
They're ahead of you.
Older Persons Month ambassadors are recognized every year, and this is actually an award for older persons who significantly contributed to their communities, and it is a public nomination process. So it was a public nomination process this year, and we have 3 persons that were chosen. Those persons, 2 are from Grand Cayman and 1 from Cayman Brac, and they are Miss Carmen Connolly from the District of East End, Mr. Darnay Edney McLean, also from the District of East End, and Miss Wanda Tatum from Cayman Brac. And these persons we have seen definitely embody that attitude of aging out loud. So very soon you will see some promotions on who these persons are and what their contributions have been to the community throughout their whole lives, really. And then also on at the opening church service on Sunday, the 6th of October, we will be recognizing and presenting them with their awards. So come out to that church service. It's at the Church of Christ in West Bay. Every year we try to go to a different church. So this year it's in West Bay, the Church of Christ. It starts at 10 a.m. on the 6th of October. And then if I could just add in there as well, as part of our theme, Age Out Loud, we're also going to be presenting some videos on 3 older persons who are showing how they age out loud. So it's a day in the life of these 3 older persons, and those are going to be presented on social media and also CIG TV. So look out for that. We're quite excited about that, and then also showcasing the Older Persons Month ambassadors as well.
Sounds great. So we're going to take a commercial break. We do have a caller on hold, and we need to hear from Mr. Crawford as well. Don't change that dial. If you have any questions, comments about Older Persons Month here in the Cayman Islands, and if you want to talk about how you age out loud, we would love to hear from you as well. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
You can now renew your driver's license or motor vehicle license online, and you don't need an ESID number. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit www.dvdl.gov.ky.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We are talking about the 2024 events taking place celebrating Older Persons Month in the Cayman Islands with the theme Age Out Loud. We do have a caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Connor, and good morning to your panel there.
Good morning.
I just want to thank them for all the hard work that they do for the BCFS and elderly and children. So I do commend you all for your hard work. But as somebody who's very concerned about the care being extended out here for some of the elderly in the BRAC, this is Carrie, by the way. I want to raise the fact that many people up here are underpaying their caregivers. Some caregivers are putting in 12 hours a day and getting paid for 8 or 7, and working 7 days a week as well and not getting a full day break that the law requires for them to have. Additionally, in the underpayment of the caregivers up here in the BRAC, the families are relying solely on the stipend that Cynical gives out, which is, I think the minimum is $1,200 a month or something to that effect. And caregivers up here have to pay rent. They have to pay half of their medical insurance. They have to find rides back and forth to take care of the parties. And $1,200 a month does not cut that. Doesn't cut it at all. So I know that the Department of Children and Family Services may not have any sort of influence in what stipend that Cynical has to give out, but they could probably try to look into encouraging Cynical to revamp those stipends and up them because of the cost of living is so high here. And caregivers are a very essential person in the lives of the elderly in this country because they're caring for your family or someone that, you know, you're a caretaker of or a guardian of. And, you know, that's a job that you don't want to do, so you have to get someone to do it or help you do it. Mm-hmm. So you should also make the effort to add to that stipend that you get from Cynical. People are using it as the wages from Cynical, and they tell me that straight up. These are the wages they're going to get because this is the wages that Cynical pay. It's not a wage. That is a stipend. It's an assistance that Cynical offers to elderly that are either retired civil servants or people who are indigent. And you can't just rely on that amount of money depending on the cost of living that's gone skyrocketing through the roof up here. Okay. You know, the barge just finally arrived today. I don't think we can afford to pay for the food that's come on that today since we haven't had it in 2 weeks.
Okay, caller, we hope that our panel will be able to address that particular issue that you're raising during the course of our discussion. They will certainly mention that as well. I believe people in the BRAC are going to also get an opportunity to talk about these things because there is a calendar of events scheduled for the BRAC as well. So caller, thank you very much for that. Please continue to listen in so that you can get that additional information as well. Okay. Mr. Crawford, the representative on the Council of Older Persons and you represent the District of Bordentown. Good morning, sir. Welcome back.
Good morning, OC, and thanks for having us. Yes, I'm a member of the Older Persons Council, and I represent the District of Bordentown. Just want the public to know that the Older Persons Council have always been working on behalf of older persons, and we work in conjunction with the Department of Children's and Family Services and other government departments. We work on behalf of older persons. We try to agitate to get things done for them. And I just want to point out a few things that we have been able to do. When you go to the driver's license to license your car, you now find that your fees is slashed in half, and we have negotiated with government to get that done. You also can renew your passport for free and maybe your birth certificate. So there are a few benefits that people are receiving. Is it enough? No. We're still trying to do our best to see how much more can be done. When you visit the Georgetown Hospital, for example, you will observe there are parking places there. And if you go to the credit union, you have that. Now at some of our supermarkets, you will see some parks here for the handicapped, and maybe in time to come you will see some there for seniors as well. So the council in and of itself is trying to do the best it can, but we are constrained. The fact that we are a government entity, and so we depend on government for funding, for resources. And so far we have been, government, different ministries have been able to work with the council. The forum, for example, we had last month, that came about because the different ministries were able to sponsor that. And I'm telling you, as an older person, I really enjoyed what was presented there. And I just want to say a big thank you to the Department of Children and Family Services for the work that they do on behalf of older persons. I got a little insight into the amount of planning that is put into preparing for Older Persons Month and all the activities that have been planned. And one of the things that we do as the Older Persons Council is to encourage our community development officers and church organizations and other organizations to highlight the activities that are planned. So far, one of the most important event to be held every year, is oversubscribed, is our gala. And this year that gala is going to be held at the Kimpton Resort. And so older persons look forward to attending these events because they get to see their friends whom they haven't seen for a long time. It's a time for socializing. It's a time of, they get on the floor and they can dance. And I see them really enjoying themselves. So I want to, as an older person, I want to encourage older persons in our communities to age out loud. And what does that mean? It simply means that we are going to become very active. Because the older you get, you have to put in more in keeping healthy and fit. So you have your mental wellness, your physical wellness, your psychological wellness, your spiritual wellness. And you have to be engaged in a lot of different activities. For me personally, I do a lot of walking, I rake the yard, I do farming, I sit on a few organizations, boards or councils. I teach Sunday school. Wherever I'm called, I am there. And within my physical self, I feel as fit as a fiddle. And I have passed my 3 square years and 10. Looking forward to being in the 80s in a few years' time. So I would encourage all older persons listening to us this morning that when you become involved in activities, it improves your emotional health, your cognitive function, your physical function, your mental function, And there are various activities. One caller asked about the various activities that are planned, and I'm certain that before this program ends this morning, you will hear much more about that.
Miss Paulinda, do you want to respond to the caller?
So I'll briefly
earlier?
respond
Sure.
to the caller in regards to concerns in compensation for caregivers and cynical and those issues. The Ministry of Investment, Innovation and Social Development and the department, along with older person councils and other key government stakeholders, are sitting to review the older persons legislation. And also looking at services that are being provided to support older persons. So it is an ongoing conversation, not only just about that issue, but other issues that affect our seniors. So government is certainly at the forefront, supporting and ensuring that the services that are out there for older persons are being addressed. Resources are being put to those, whether it's human capital or financial capital. So it is something that we're all concerned about, and it takes all of us at the table. And I say all of us, I'm talking about the various ministerial portfolios along with the private sector as well, to ensure that key services such as healthcare is being addressed, and the services attached to healthcare are being addressed for seniors. In regards to the comment on the WhatsApp, again, our services and programming is multifaceted for our seniors, and we partner very closely with the nonprofit and other key stakeholders in the community to ensure that there are year-long activities for our seniors. Some of them come in the form of social events, some of them come in the form of educational events, as well as physical exercising, just ensuring that our seniors are engaged in a multiplicity of activities in the community, or sometimes we do have an island-wide event for our seniors. Going back to speaking about what this month holds for us, I just want to highlight, so we speak a lot of the gala because that is the brand event, but we also have other very beneficial and informative sessions that happen to support our seniors. So like we also have, come Thursday, the 3rd of October, time back photo presentation and food and aging presentation. And we have that for 2 days. We're partnering with Adasi on an event as well, seniors exercise and breakfast. And of course, another key event is our Circle of Love. Our Circle of Love Women's Ministry religiously supports Older Persons Month with their brunch, and that will be taking place on Saturday, the 12th of October. We have activities such as Keeping Your Brain Sharp. That's also another event that will be taking place. We have Trivia Night that's happening in the BRAC. The BRAC also has a gala that will be happening for seniors over there. And of course, the Seniors Bingo. Just to say that, again, a lot of support has come in from private entities in terms of supporting us with funding for these events, as well as some of the organizations send their employees to come and support for the larger events in terms of hosting and assisting us with getting the seniors organized. So again, a lot of partnership with a lot of stakeholders, both government and private. And I just want to take this opportunity at this time to say thank you to all our partners, as always, for coming in and stepping up to support Older Persons Month and always making it a success each year.
Excellent. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we'll hear some more from Miss Cassandra as well. Lots of things taking place, and what I'd ask you to do is to, again, highlight more on the BRAC specifically, those events that are taking place, because sometimes they feel left out in terms of communications, getting the information out to them. Unfortunately, we have Radio Cayman here that many, if not all of them, listen to, as well. So we'll pass that information in relation to the BRAC. We'll give them a little bit of special attention this morning as well. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
The DVDL Customer Support Unit is now open. Customers can book appointments for written and driving tests through DVDL's hotline at 945-8344. That's 945-8344.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
With Ort Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We're talking about Older Persons Month in the Cayman Islands. And of course, Older Person is the day for Older Persons International is celebrated on the 1st of October. That would be tomorrow. A series of events taking place here in the Cayman Islands as usual through the Department of Children and Family Services and all of its partners, within the Cayman Islands as well. So we're going to hear some more from Manager Miss Cassandra Farron.
Thank you. So just to let persons know, when we plan our activities with purpose. We talked earlier that the population is aging. The older persons are living longer. So we have several presentations throughout the month looking at providing information for persons to live a better quality of life. And we start off tomorrow, which is International Day of Older Persons. Look out tomorrow for the older persons message from the minister responsible for the subject of older persons. That's the Deputy Premier, Mr. Dwayne Ebanks. That will be coming out tomorrow. And then we start off on the 2nd of October in Cayman Brac for a presentation on fall prevention at the Cayman Brac Public Library. Starts at 11 a.m. And the significance of that topic is fall prevention is something that can significantly impact an older person. One fall could leave someone immobile and fully dependent on others. So if persons are living longer, we want them to be able to know the risk of falls, perhaps know how to prepare your home for aging in the home so that you don't have to be impacted by falls. And then the food and aging presentation. So we know that your diet, what you eat, can be a prescription to you living longer and living a better quality of life. It can affect things like heart disease, diabetes, dementia. So those presentations are very important. And then the presentation on keeping your brain sharp as well. When we're looking at living longer, you want to be able to live as much of that independently. So these are activities now that will be presented. And all these presentations are by qualified persons. So come out to that, learn about how to keep your brain sharp, as well as we have lots of activities, just social activities, because we know that loneliness as well can affect persons and cognitive decline. So we want persons to come out, interact, participate, be a part of community. So there are several events to do that. Here, the seniors bingo, we have karaoke. We have a scavenger hunt as well, and that can be done from your home. And so if persons aren't able to come out to some of the events, some of them can be participated in from your house. So a day at home scavenger hunt. The keeping your brain sharp is going to be also via Facebook Live, that persons can take part in that. In Cayman Brac, we also have a presentation on food and aging on the 6th. They have a trivia night as well on the 9th of October. And they have bingo night as well on the 30th of October. And I will let you know some of these events. If we could have one every week, we probably would be oversubscribed. Those are the gala things like the bingo as well. So we encourage people to register. The calendar does have information about how to register, and you can find this calendar online at the Department of Children and Family Services website. So go to the website, you can access the calendar, as well as the community development officers in the district have also been sending out the calendar to their group. So somebody asked earlier about how to find out about events in your district. So we have community development officers working in every district, West Bay, Georgetown, Northside, and Boddentown, and East End, and then also over in Cayman Brac. I will just give the number for the DCFS office, so it's not too many numbers that I'm reading out. You can reach DCFS on 949-0290, and they can, when you call there, they can provide you the number for the community development officer in your district. And they have groups that they set up, and they send out information on a regular basis for activities that are happening in the community for older persons. So things are happening. I don't have a list of events in every district to read out now, but if you contact the office 949-0290 or in Cayman Brac 948-2331, you can get information about activities that happen on a regular basis. And then the calendar, as I said, is on the Department of Children and Family Services website.
And if some older persons are otherwise clients of the Department of Children and Family Services, this additional information in relation to, what's taking place for the month of October will be available to them as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep. Mr. Crawford, you wanted to give us some additional information as well.
Yes, sir. I'd just like to piggyback on something Cassandra said about keeping your brain sharp. Well, a lot of our older persons, they have a lot of stories to tell. And one of the ways you keep your brain sharp is to do some writing. And I would encourage those who have stories to tell just to write it down. You'll never know that one day you might be able to publish a book about your experiences. I am proud to say that I'm now the author of 4 books. And I use my time writing. I do devotionals. But it is one way of keeping my brain sharp. I dream it. I live it. I work with it. So if you develop that habit of writing down what comes to your mind, It's one way of maybe avoiding having a little bit of dementia or Alzheimer's or what have you, because you must keep your brain active. I just plug that in there.
And let me add to that too, Mr. Crawford. Not only writing, but these days with our smartphones, those devices and seniors who are apt to using those, you can record your stories as well. So that's another way of journaling or just
keeping your brain
sharp. And I want to take this opportunity too to just mention, we were talking earlier that the population continues to grow after we pass 60 and up, 65 and up. And over the last couple of months, I think in the Cayman Islands, we have seen where we've celebrated a lot of persons who are celebrating birthdays 100 years and above. We just had the passing of Miss Ina Connor. May she sleep in peace. She was 105, and I had the wonderful opportunity and was most honored to celebrate with Mr. Thelma Range in Northside, who celebrated her birthday of 104. And let me tell you, she is sharp. She is sharp. When we talk about age out loud, I want to say Miss Thelma is aging out loud. She looks fabulous. I was told that she still plays dominoes, and she's really good at it. So
that'll keep your mind sharp too.
That will keep your mind very sharp. But she also, one of the things that was really, really, truly a blessing, and just hearing her reminisce about her story. And she has a very good memory, and her message as well was again that she feels that now she is placed at 104 to encourage us to get to that next step in knowing our Lord and Savior. So having those conversations with our older persons, especially at 104, it's certainly a blessing, and for us to ensure that we continue to advocate for their needs, their rights, because God bless us, one day we may get there.
Sure. Yes. Ms. Susan, are you ready for us for the headline news? Okay.
I didn't finish it.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Crawford. We have enough time. But we're coming back after headline news.
Cut you, Mr. Crawford.
Sorry about that.
So I just want to speak a bit more about the Older Persons Council. That it is made up of district representatives, along with representatives from different government departments, all right? And I just want to highlight those district representatives so that any older person would like to contact your district representative, you know who that person is. So let me start in Northside. We have Mrs. Alex Ebanks. She's a rep for Northside. We have Mrs. Alice Ann Kirchman. She's a rep for East End. And then we have myself, Herbert Crawford, the rep for Bodden Town. You have Miss Lucille Seymour, who is the chair of the Older Persons Council. She's a rep for Georgetown. You have Mrs. Alice May Coe, the deputy chair of the council. She's a rep for West Bay. And last but by no means least, we have Miss Annie Rose Scott, and she's a rep for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. So please take note of those names, and you can reach out to any of your district representative on the council, and they can give you further information that you may need to know or to have.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Folks, top of the hour headline news. When we return, the conversation about Older Persons Month in the Cayman Islands will continue with Miss Cassandra Ferran, Miss Paulina Mendoza Williams, and Mr. Herbert Crawford. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
A reminder that the next voter registration deadline to be included in the official register of electors for the upcoming quarter is tomorrow. For more information about voter registration, to check your current status or to update your address, you can visit elections.ky or call 8047. Hezbollah's deputy leader says it's ready for an Israeli ground offensive as Israel continues airstrikes across Lebanon. It's the first speech by a high-ranking official since Israel killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. At the same time, Israel's defense minister tells troops near the Lebanese border they are prepared to use forces, quote, from air, sea, and land. Meanwhile, Hamas says the leader of its Lebanese group has been killed by Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon. Officials say that 1,000 people have been killed in the past 2 weeks there, while up to 1 million people may now be displaced. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Are you aging out loud, or you should age out loud? That is the theme for the 2024 older month of October, starting on 1st of October. And here in the Cayman Islands, we celebrate the entire month of October as opposed to just one day. And so many things, going on. This reads almost like a politician's campaign schedule. But yes, if you want to remain active, this is an opportunity for you to do that as well. So I'm going to pass the mic back over to Miss Cassandra, and she'll talk some more about that. And we want to highlight for Grand Cayman as well as the sister islands at some point in time, those events that are right around the corner as well.
Thank you. Can I just also recognize our partners for this year's calendar of events? Ministry of Investment, Innovation and Social Development, the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture and Heritage, and the Department of Sports. Through them, we are bringing the Older Persons Talent Show on the 17th of October at the Hartwell Theatre. So this is a event where we have older persons from Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman as well, performing this on the stage. And this is an event where we look forward to every year because it really brings a lot of culture, a lot of talent. We have skits, we have songs, we have instrumentals, we have poems. So please come out to that. That's at the Hartwell Theatre on the 17th. And then we have the Senior Sports Day on the 26th as well at the Truman Borden Sports Complex. That event we want persons to register for. That event is for persons of all abilities. So if you feel that you can no longer run the 100 meters like Mr. Crawford, please come out still because there will be activities still for everybody to partake in. And then we have the Circle of Love organization, who every year provides a brunch to our seniors. So that's coming up on this Saturday the 12th, and we need persons to register for that. And ADASI, the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association, is providing a seniors exercise session on the beach at Colwood Beach next Saturday and then there's a breakfast following. So please come out to that. This Saturday. Sorry, I'm lost in time. This Saturday at Cowood Beach, please come out. There will be chair exercise, Zumba from the chair. So we're trying to keep people mentally active, but also physically active. And, you know, if you feel that you have some issues with mobility, call us, register, and we'll see what we can do to ensure that you get out there. 949-0290. So coming...
The Saturday event, can you tell us the time that will take place?
That starts...
Whether or not people need to register?
Yes, the seniors event, Saturday the 5th, seniors exercise and breakfast with Adasi at the Cowood Public Beach in Bodentown, starting at 9 a.m. until 11. Please do call to register. Thursday the 3rd, we have our time back and photo presentation. Now, time back photo presentation is the historical photos that the Cayman Compass has been presenting. So they're coming out and doing a presentation of these photos to our older persons, and hoping that some of the attendees there as well can share some information of you know, what was happening in some of these photos. So I think that's a really exciting thing that persons should look out for. And that is Thursday the 3rd, the first one, Church of God Chapel of Bodentown, 9:30 to 11:30. And we're hoping that this can be for the Eastern Districts, Bodentown, Northside, East End. And there's a second one on Friday the 4th at the Intergenerational Hub in Georgetown. Then that is for West Bay and Georgetown seniors. However, I will say that at this time, that one is looking quite full. So if you can make it out to the one in Bodentown on Thursday the 3rd at 9:30, please try to make it to that one.
And can you just remind people of where the Intergenerational Hub is located as well?
Certainly. Thank you for that clarification. The Intergenerational Hub is located McClendon Drive in Georgetown. That's behind the Foster's Airport location. So it's a large building, lots of parking, and that facility is being run by the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage, and we thank them for their partnership with that. And then Sunday is our opening church service and recognition of our Older Persons Month ambassadors at the Church of Christ in West Bay at 10 a.m. And Cayman Brac has an event this Wednesday at the Cayman Brac Public Library, presentation on fall prevention, starting at 11 a.m. So that's the week.
Okay. Miss Paulinda, then throw the mic back over to you. You're the boss.
So again, just want to encourage all our older persons to come out to these events, and their family members or caregivers that are listening to also bring your older persons out to these events. They're put on for them, and we want your support in getting them to attend. I would also add to this again that the theme of Age Out Loud does not limit our older persons, and we talk about the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, all of those pieces. But our older persons, I want to encourage you all to live your best lives. You know that saying that everybody's talking about, living your best life, living your best life as you age as well. You know, do not be limited or feel confined to you know, when you want to don that beautiful hat, do your nails, or, you know, a gentleman want to put on those really nice suits and go out, you know, and people may look at you and say, well, where is this old person going dressed up? And, you know, you've done your time, you know, you're still able to live your life and embrace all that life has for you. We talk about education for those that, you know, want to pursue another degree or another certification. We have UCCI, we have ICCI, and then we also have other institutions that support various educational programs. Do not limit yourselves as older persons. If you didn't do it when you were younger, now is the time to embrace that. When it comes to traveling, again, form a group within your family or your peers that are still around that are interested in traveling. Do not limit yourself just because you are now becoming high flyers in the aging department. So I just want to encourage our seniors to certainly embrace life, continue to embrace life, advocate, speak up. I don't think that's something you all have a challenge with, though, because the older you all get, the more vocal you get. So, but again, advocate for yourselves. We're listening and we're here to support, because through your voices, again, I put us in the bracket of, if we are blessed to see the years of some of you, you would have already set the path for those issues that we're struggling with today.
Now, for the person who would ask, well, what age group, what age do I have to be in to be considered an older person?
So the Older Persons Act of 2017 defines an older person as age 65 years and older. Okay. So that is the age group that we are providing these activities to, and it's the same. At the Department of Children and Family Services, the age group that we serve there as well. Any reports of elder abuse or neglect for persons 65 years and older can be reported to DCFS.
Okay, well, we know that you all have other commitments. So I want to give everyone an opportunity for some closing comments. We'll start with you, Ms. Cassandra, then Mr. Herbert, and then we'll have Ms. Paulinda have the final say.
Thank you. We're happy to be able to talk about older persons at any time and talk about the issues and that affects older persons in the country. So I want to thank the caller that called and raised the concern about the home health care in Cayman Brac, because we do know that there are many gaps in services to older persons. And as people are living longer, we need to have welfare systems that support their care needs, because they will need certain types of care. And there is, we're thankful that we have the home health care that's provided through Cynical. But there are more services that are needed. We need an extension of home health care. We need assisted living homes. We need more residential placements for older persons. We need specific transportation that provides door-to-door services. So there are a lot of needs, and as the director said earlier, these things can be business opportunities for persons as well. So just want the public to be aware, and the older persons policy of 2016 as well has a lot of initiatives in there that persons can look at to see the needs of older persons in the country if they want to start up a business providing services or a charitable organization providing services to older persons.
Excellent. Mr. Herbert?
Yes, sir. I'm really honored, first of all, to be an older person. I love it. I'm enjoying it. And more so, I'm honored to be a part of the Older Persons Council, having the opportunity to agitate on behalf of older persons. I know we're grateful for what is being done, but I also believe that more can be done. And we're not only reaching out to government, but we're also reaching out to the private sector, because they have a part and a role to play in assisting older persons. I want to say a big thank you to the Department of Children and Family Services and all the other ministries of government for the work that they do in assisting not only the Older Persons Council, but also in assisting older persons. You're doing a great job, and it was my pleasure to work with the Older Persons Month Committee to help to put this program together. I really enjoyed working with these hardworking civil servants, and I pray that you will continue to work and to agitate on behalf of us, the older persons in these islands. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Paulinda.
So just want to echo the sentiments that Cassandra shared, and also thank you to Mr. Crawford for being on the Older Persons Planning Committee for this year, as well as thanks to our Older Persons Council members. But there is still a lot more for us to do as a nation in supporting our older persons. It is a partnership. I will not stop reiterating the fact that it needs to be a collective partnership with government and the private sector. This cannot be achieved just by looking to government to do all that is needed for our seniors. I also want to take the opportunity to encourage our seniors to let their voice be heard on what their needs are, what they want to see change, legislatively, policies, anything that can support them as they continue to age, because their contributions do not end when they hit 65, and we're here to ensure that we listen and we plan accordingly. So again, I encourage persons to visit the website, call the department if you can't access the website to hear what is happening for the month of October. Bring your seniors out, your family members to these events. These are for them. We have a plethora of activities happening both in Grand Cayman and in the sister islands, and we want you to be a part of that. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the Department of Children and Family Services, my team, who are dedicated workers to ensure that these activities take place for seniors. So again, a big shout out to the staff of the Department of Children and Family Services, and of course the support from our ministry, the Ministry of Investment, Innovation and Social Development.
Okay, before you go, there's one other question that came in, and this person wanted to know about the increase in cyber crimes that are taking place, and they point out that those things are directed not only to older persons but to younger persons as well, who find themselves trapped in scams, online scams, and whether or not there are any programs in place to address, to alert people to the various scams that may be taking place or being abused in any way.
So we have done presentations on financial fraud of older persons.
Mm-hmm.
I know that our ministry as well, Ministry of Social Development as well, have produced some videos on cybersecurity for protection of older persons. We worked with the credit union as well. Last October, we had a series of presentations for the month. That was kind of the theme. We worked with credit union and Cayman National as well, doing some presentations in the community on that. We don't have any this older persons month, but it is a topic that we continue to advocate for. If somebody knows that somebody is being financially abused, we encourage persons to report it to the police, financial crimes, or you can report it to DCFS. Sometimes it is something that the social worker can provide some investigation on, or we make the referral then to the police. One of the things that we encourage persons, families, is to continue to check on older persons in your lives, because we know when they're left alone, they're often preyed on by other persons, and older persons, they just have that character as being nice, trying to help persons, not all of them. And so sometimes they fall prey to being taken advantage of. So keep checking on older persons in your lives and know what's happening with them.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank all of you for being here this morning. Thanks also for the great work that you do, the excellent work that you do in the Department of Children and Family Services, and Mr. Crawford, for your volunteerism as well, and setting that example between you and Dr. Steve McFeel in how to age out loud as well. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, the phone lines will be open. I will remind you and talk a little bit more about voter registration. as well. 1st of October coming up. Folks, don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. Don't lie on your resume. Because if you say you've got trapeze experience, someone might shoot you out of a cannon and expect you to do a gymnast routine while flying through the air at 82 miles an hour. And just because you want to land on your feet doesn't mean you will. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance, so you get the best coverage for the price.
Get the best coverage for the price. CG Britk. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Phone lines are open. Our toll-free number 1-800-534-8255. Also 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp number 925-3261. We do have a caller, Miss Susan. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Ms. Ossie. Good morning, Susan. And if your guest is still there, I think they just left. I just missed
Yes, they just left, yes.
calling one of sentiment, Mr. Crawford, and the other callers there about the Old People's Month. Yes, we need to do a better job. We're still thankful what we get, but as for older people, we're still thankful how they come off, but they need to be treated better, because there's some people that have applied to NAU for assistance who is like widows and everything, and they're still waiting up to 3 years now, and they haven't got no assistance yet. They're just widows by themselves, all living by themselves, and there's no extra help coming in to them. And we also need, like the lady said, we need to keep a check on our older people better than we're doing, because there's a lot of people that are coming in here, especially on our own, just don't paint the picture too on one side, that are taking advantage of older people and vulnerable people, because they can take advantage of them with whatever, and people making reports and nothing is being done about it. I don't know why they're not doing anything about it, because it needs to be more accountability to our older people and the vulnerable, because they're who made Cayman what it is. I mean, they have prospered through their prosperity and their ambition of developing Cayman. Now they're down suffering because nobody is pretty much left them out.
So caller, when you say the fact when you say that some persons have made applications to Children and Family Services and they haven't received any reply. Is any follow-up done to determine, whether or not their application is being processed, and if not, why?
Well, I spoke to the lady that an elder family member of mine told me about it, and she said up until about 6 months ago, she called to check to find what the status on her application is, and all they told her there is a long wait list, so she'll have to keep waiting. So I don't know where the wait is, because I've seen other people that are more eligible or more capable, should say not eligible, capable of handling their finances and their lifestyle better than the older people, and they're getting help. So I don't know why it is that why are they keeping the older ones left on the back burner with no assistance.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is something that they should follow up on, and don't forget that the Council for Older Persons, that there are representatives in each district as well who could probably assist in some way or the other, or to help them along with their inquiries to find out, to determine exactly why. So, for instance, in the district reps, Sister Islands is Miss Anna Rose Scott. For West Bates, Miss Alice May Cole. For Bordentown, Mr. Herbert Crawford, who you heard on the show here this morning. For Northside, it's Miss Alex Johnson. And for East End, it's Miss Alison Kirchman and Miss Lucille Seymour in Georgetown as well. So those persons may want to contact their representative who's on the Council for Older Persons, and maybe they could make some inquiries or get some more definitive answers, for them. Because, my concern is, if the person is in dire need of assistance, how can they go 6 months on and have not received any reply or any assistance whatsoever? Then how are they being assisted?
Well, right now they're getting some assistance, being a widow from the seafarers a bit, but
okay.
Then they got their rent. Their like bills, water bills, and pretty much but what CUC given what the other bills pay. By the time you pay that out, they have nothing left to themselves, and as we know, the cost of living is extremely high in Cayman. So if they're getting $1,250 a month from seafarers, that's pretty much all their income coming in, and what do they have left then, to do any emergencies? If any emergencies come up and, their roofs or any other thing, where do they get assistance from? They pretty much sit there and wait on, hope that God will provide for them somewhere.
Well, I would imagine that there's some sort of income threshold that the person that you would only qualify for. So if the person is getting from the seafarers as well, I believe that in most instances, what the assistance that you're able to receive is based really on the person's financial situation. So if the person, for instance, has an account, savings account, and other funds that they can tap into, that would certainly influence and determine, how much assistance they would get otherwise.
Of course, but some them for them, of course, in those days there wasn't much savings coming up then, so the salaries weren't sufficient enough, pensions didn't come in early enough for people to get savings, so a lot of them not got savings, and if they're widowers now, they're actually probably tapped into all their resources to help assist with what they're getting. But I am made to understand that there is some people that are getting the seafarers benefits, and they're getting NAU. So if some widows can qualify for it, I don't think maybe we need to look into see if some more can't, unless they have another backup somewhere, where some more can't qualify.
Well, I'm sure that they do an assessment based on the information that is provided, and because you get you obtain a benefit from the seafarers doesn't mean that you're disqualified from getting assistance. Otherwise, it would, like I said, depend on the amount of income you have. But caller, I want to thank you. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully, persons are listening, and if there's any additional information that they can provide, but please encourage those persons, if they have made their applications, they haven't received any response, they may want to go through their district representatives to see what assistance they can render in terms of at least making some inquiries. Thank you very much, caller. We have to go to a commercial break, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
You can now renew your driver's license or motor vehicle license online, and you don't need an ESID number. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit www.dvdl.gov.ky.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
Start your day in the know. Don't miss a beat. Radio Cayman's 7 a.m. news keeps you informed every Monday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Brought to you by Cayman National, proudly serving the Cayman Islands since 1974.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. Phone lines are open. 1-800-534-8255, our toll-free number, or other numbers, 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp 925-3261. So earlier I listed for the last caller the information in relation to the persons who are on the Council for Older Persons and the districts that they represent. What I will share with you also, because a lot of times people will say, there's no way for us to get this done. There's no way for us to know what is going on. Well, you do have this Council for Older Persons that has been formed, and provisions are made for in the Older Persons Act of 2017. And Part 2 of that particular piece of legislation, the Older Persons Act 2017, speaks to the functions of the council. And here are the functions. So, when I suggested to the caller that the person get in touch with their district representative, serving as a referral facility, to provide information on services and resources for older persons. So they will refer you. They can provide you with information. Also, they're to advocate for and monitoring the level of public public education on the changing needs of older persons within the community. And you heard Mr. Crawford talk about some of the programs that they have advocated for and have actually been successful in obtaining, renewal of passports for free motor vehicle driver's license, and you pay half of the annual, half of the fee. For vehicle registration, you pay half of the fee as well. Another function is to aiming to ensure the promotion, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of the policy in relation to older persons, promoting participation, involvement, and social inclusion of older persons, and promoting a skills bank of older persons as well. So there you are, and we do have a very active Council of Older Persons, and they're there to provide you with assistance based on the remit that they have been given under the Older Persons Act 2017. I believe we do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good. I was down in Windsor Park this morning and was on Templeton Pine. Templeton
Pine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Corner, what a disgrace. If you ever get a chance, drive through there. The garbage is stacked up on both sides of the road, left, right, and center.
Mm.
And it is paper bags, these foster bags. And look at the garbage truck has not been through there. And when last, I don't know. I'm not going to judge them. Because there's no way in the world, if they pick up garbage on Thursday that's gone and all that garbage came back since Thursday, something is definitely wrong. Oh, the garbage, it's terrible.
And this is residential or as well as apartments? Private residences as well as apartments, sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's more residential, but I tell you, Mr. Corner is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Mr. Corner, the eucalyptus tree, when they're thinking about removing that tree and that almond tree on South Church Street that is called what's it called now? What I wrote called again? Now to change the name.
Seafarers Way?
Or something in that category. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that almond tree, it's near where? Where is it near to? Near to where Seaview used to be?
Right. Yes. When they had that bad accident some time ago, they went and put these two yellow stickers, two big old metal yellow things there to reflect to make you see that something is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that almond tree served no purpose. Plus, it has a little piece of the main road itself into it. You understand? And same thing they did with the eucalyptus tree when that accident happened. They went and put these two big yellow metal reflectors there. I guess they are when they light up at night. But, Mr. Connor, that road is a very busy road. It's going to even get more busier because downtown Georgetown, that is becoming a chaos there by the post office. Only God knows what they're doing there. We got one main street, which is the South Church Street going to west or going back to the south. And when these cruise ships start coming in, when the season starts, it's going to be so congested. And I can tell you right now about our visitors when they come to our island, Corner. They're allowed to come to Cayman, but they don't want nothing to hinder them from doing what they're going to do while they're here on this island.
Mm-hmm.
If they be in your taxi for extra 5 minutes, do you know what their word is? Oh, you know what? Give me back my money. I can walk. And I have experienced it on this island. And now that we just got that one main street, South Church Street, and knowing downtown got one way going here and one way going there, it's going to be a chaos. So I'm just asking, what is the purpose of this eucalyptus tree? Why is it being removed from where it's located? Because it has no bearing on it. It's right in the road where traffic is constantly going, and God forbid if that tree ever tumble one day. God forbid. I don't know what's the purpose of that tree staying there and why people can't see the vision to say, you know what, it is time that this tree be removed from here because also it can be a dangerous situation one of these fine days. I leave you with that.
Thank you very much. I'm going to hug the trees this morning. I'm going to hug the almond tree, and I'm going to hug the cotton tree or the eucalyptus tree as well. I'm going to be a tree hugger this morning. And if I were the tree, what I would say is, you came and you found me here. When Mr. Walton used to live and his family lived in that house, I was there. You chose to widen the road to come closer to me. I didn't come closer to you. You chose to come closer to me. I am a living thing. I am a part of this earth that we all occupy. Don't I also have rights? Don't I have the right to live, to survive? I believe that tree may be a little bit too huge at this point in time to remove and to be transplanted elsewhere. The almond tree on South Church Street, near to where the Seaview Hotel used to be and where the Barclays manager's residence was. Same thing. You came and you found me here. I have not moved. You have come closer to me. Now you want to displace me. You want to remove me. I, as an almond tree, don't I have rights? Don't I have privileges? I'm a living thing just like you are. As a matter of fact, if left alone, I will probably live longer than you. Because my feeding habits and my lifestyle is not as a human being. I'm only affected when the weather comes or when some human being decides that they're going to trim me, they're going to cut my branches off or something else. Folks, while I understand the whole issue of the hazard that these trees may present, they have always been there. We need to learn to work our way around those. What about the parking lot on the other side? What about the buildings that are on the other side? If you want to widen the road, why not demolish them? Why? Those are inanimate or non-living objects. The tree is a living one, and we don't have too many of those eucalyptus trees left in the Cayman Islands as well. But, if the experts, and we know that DART has the probably the best experts on the island when it comes to tree removal and stuff like that. If it is possible for the tree to be removed, then it's something that should be considered. But if not, then we need to work our way around those trees. Because like I said, speaking for the tree, I was there before you. You came and you found me here. Now you want to take me and push me out. It sounds like you want to do to me what some people are saying that others wanting to do to Caymanians as well. Let's think of ourselves, put ourselves in a position of that tree and see how they feel as well. We're going to take a last commercial break. That should generate some conversation. Tree hugger, Mr. O.C. Connor, almond tree, eucalyptus tree, cotton tree, O.C. Connor. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money transfer card. It cost me less, and props, she use a card pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
The next voter registration deadline is approaching fast. October 1st is right around the corner. Are you registered to vote? Don't wait. Visit elections.ky today to download your registration form. It's quick and easy. Once you've filled it out, bring the form along with your original eligibility documents to the elections office, conveniently located on West Bay Road in Baytown Office Suites. Can't make it in person? No problem. Simply email your completed form and copies of your documents to office@elections.ky. For more information, visit elections.ky, call 949-8047, or email office@elections.ky.
With Ort Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We're on the last leg of the show this morning. I'm going to ask Miss Susan to compose a poem about the almond and the eucalyptus tree for us as well. If you heard her poem about Hurricane Ivan, if you haven't heard it, then you want to listen to that as well. So we're going to ask her to do one for the almond tree and the eucalyptus tree, as well. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yeah, good morning, OC.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm proud of you this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
For that, advocating for the trees, because them trees been there a long time. And I can remember as a young man walking from Georgetown, Cook Plaza, and I was glad to get to that eucalyptus tree that I could have Liberty Shade. So that tree should remain there. Anyone don't like it, they can find somewhere else to go.
Yep, and the almond tree, I remember, when Christmas time when you went to South Sound to cut your Christmas tree and coming back there, and those days, you had you brought it back on a bicycle and everything. But those things, those are landmarks in the Cayman Islands, landmarks.
Yes, sir. They should remain there.
Well, thanks for the support there, caller. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
Okay, you too. So a few other persons sent in messages and said, OC, I agree with you 100% on being an advocate for the trees. And this person said, well said, Mr. Connor, we should always try to save our native trees. And Ms. Susan, what was that one we heard about? If it doesn't have a heartbeat, it doesn't have any rights, but the tree does have a heartbeat. It may not be the same type that we have, but it has a lifeline. It has a bloodline. That top root, those roots that are there, and as well as the limbs. If there's certain trees, if you cut the limbs off, no leaves to absorb the sunlight and the water, they can die as well. So we're going to advocate for them. I'm going to take the last 10 minutes of the show. One of our listeners asked me to repeat about the registration, voter registration, and I will start by reading the reminder that the 1st of October, which is tomorrow, is the next voter registration dateline. So the Elections Office reminds the public that the next voter registration dateline fast approaching. Individuals who wish to be included in the official register of electors for the upcoming quarter must submit their registration by Tuesday, the 1st of October 2024, so tomorrow. And then they go on to explain the fact that the official register of electors is published 4 times per year: the 1st of January, the 1st of April, the 1st of July, and the 1st of October. These dates also serve as the registration dateline for the official register published in the following quarter. So again, example. So between the 1st of July and the 1st of October, you had the opportunity to register. So if you registered during that period, then when the list, the official register of electors, if your registration is cleared and accepted and everything, when the list is published on the 1st of January 2025, your name will be on that list. Similarly, between the 1st of October and the 1st of January 2025 is another registration period that will culminate, that will end on the 1st of January 2025. Those persons who register between that period of time, then when the official register of electors comes out on the 1st of April, your name will be on that. Now, just a little bit more in terms of practicality. You should contact the registering officer. You can also do it online. Sometimes you may not have all of the information that is required, but if you have a part of it, at least you have put your foot in the door. And while the 1st of October is the deadline for registration, if your application has been submitted, but it is deficient of certain information, the registering officers still have sufficient time to contact you while they're preparing that preliminary, it's called a preliminary list. While they're preparing that preliminary list, they still have time to contact you to say, Mr. O.C., you provided us with a copy of your birth certificate, but you were born in the year 2000, so we need some additional information from you in relation to your parents. And notice I picked the year 2000. I did that deliberately because if I was born in, let's say, in the 60s, I would not require that because under certain legislation, I would already be determined to be Caymanian by operation of law. So my birth certificate for 1967 would show that. But the point that I'm trying to get across to everyone is that submit it with whatever information that you have. Submit your application. If something is missing, the registering officers will then contact you to advise you of that. That may still be sufficient time before the preliminary list is published for you to do that. Because remember, there is also a period for claims and objections on that preliminary list. There's a hearing. There are hearings that have to take place with a revising officer who's a senior magistrate to resolve all of those issues as well. So while the 1st of October is the deadline for submitting your application, it is not the final date in terms of that's when that information that you have provided is going to come out. There's still some time for that. But if you send it in after the 1st of October, then you really have to wait then until the next list, which is on the 1st of January, when that is being compiled for you to, for you to be eligible to appear on the list. But again, and if I sound like I'm repeating myself, I'm doing it deliberately because just to explain to you, let's say you have a copy of your birth certificate, but you don't have a copy of your parents' birth certificate, and you're required to have that, or something else. Fill out the application, provide what you have. At least you have gotten your foot in the door, and the registering officer then will contact you for the additional information as well. And if all of that is provided within the time frame before that preliminary list is published, then you can go through with it. So should I read the rest? Miss Susan, we don't have a caller, do we? No caller? So let me read the rest, the remainder of this information. So it says, as a result, persons who register by Tuesday, the 1st of October, 2024, tomorrow, they will be officially added to the official register on the 1st of January. I should put a caveat to that is it says if you register, but not only if you register, if your registration has been accepted, has been approved, because remember that one of the responsibilities of the registering officer is to register those persons who are qualified to be registered as electors. So the registering officer will determine, based on the information that you have provided, whether you or not you are qualified. So I would say, as a result, persons who registered and are qualified, registered by the 1st of October 2024 and are qualified will be officially added to the official register on the 1st of January 2025. I just added that little caveat to it. Similarly, those who register on the 1st of January 2025 will appear on the official register published on the 1st of April if qualified. Then it goes on to say that all eligible individuals who have not yet registered are encouraged to take advantage of this opportunity and ensure their inclusion on the official register of electors in time for the next publication. Additionally, voters are urged to verify. This is important, folks. You are urged to verify that the physical address listed on the registry, is accurate to ensure that you are registered in the correct electoral district. And I will pause there for a second and I know there are people who have their historical ties and may still have their family ties to a certain particular district. But if you're no longer resident in that district, you should be registered in the district or the constituency within which you are now residing. And those are issues that the registering officer and the revising officer, who is a senior magistrate, will resolve during the revising period as well. The release goes on to point out that registering to vote is a vital step in participating in the democratic process and ensuring your voice is heard in future elections or referendum. And of course, the most recent voter registration drive took place on Friday, the 27th of September from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the lobby of the Government Administration Building. So midnight, 12 o'clock, up until 12 o'clock tomorrow, Tuesday, the 1st of April, 12 midnight, you have to register. You can do so online, as well as you can go into the elections office. They are located, want to make sure that their address is there as well. No, don't have it on this one, but they're located in the Marion Plaza. I think it's called something else. Marion Plaza on North Church Street, and I think their hours are 9 to 4 or 9 to 5, Monday through Friday as well. Folks, I want to thank all of you who have listened in, those of you who have called in to voice your opinions. I want to thank the staff of the Department of Children and Family Services, Miss Cassandra Ferran and Miss Paulinda Mendoza Williams, also Mr. Herbert Crawford for being in the studio talking about Older Persons Month. That begins tomorrow, also the 1st of October, and all of the sharing information on all of the events that are taking place during the month of October here in the Cayman Islands to celebrate Older Persons Month as well. I want to remind you that we are our brothers and our sisters keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are. I ask you to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to a worthy charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling, Dwayne Ebanks as I talk today. And before I go, I'm going to share this one with you. Person says the eucalyptus tree, I think that the parking should be moved to the back of the building on both sides of the road, and the tree should be in the center of the road. Also, we should try to propagate more of these trees. As for the almond tree, the extra space for the road could be taken from the opposite side of the street. It might require government purchasing more land. However, that is a necessity that government should have been looking at for a long time ago. Planning should be looking at future use of roads and expansion, and not let people build so close to the road. Even if they have to purchase some of the land for road widening, it seems they are not planning for future growth. But we are talking about population explosion. The caller has a point, but I support saving the trees as well. And both planning and the National Roads Authority, they're really looking into the future, and they share many of the concerns that you, the listening public, have as well. So, folks, again, please stay safe, have a great day, and as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury.
And JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient.
Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
We are Radio Cayman, covering Cayman Right.